Hey guys, it's Nicholas here and this is Market Movers, where we cover the news that's moving the markets. I hope you had a great Christmas break. I'm sure some of you are still not fully back to the markets yet, and that's probably a wise idea. But there are still important things going on, and in this video, I want to go through an update on some of the key COVID-related news. So firstly, a study from China's public health authorities has concluded that almost 500,000 residents in Wuhan have been infected with COVID-19, which is 10 times higher than the 50,000 that was originally reported back in April. Now, that's a bit more than just a slight error or an oversight in the data. That's them being extremely misleading. But it should be really no big surprise to anyone. I think everyone expected that China was downplaying the surge of the virus earlier in the year. And it just further confirms the fact that China always seems to lack transparency when it comes to data, including economic data as well. Now, an international team of scientists is visiting Wuhan in January, so next month, to investigate the origins of the virus. This is something Beijing was heavily against happening, but it's been agreed after long-term negotiations, a lot of back and forth. Now, you'd think that if China was so certain that it didn't originate there, they'd be wanting investigations to happen to confirm it. But that obviously wasn't the case, but it has been agreed and it's going to be happening. But anyway, since this isn't really big news, it's no big revelation, it isn't really moving things much in the markets. On the other hand, something that's a bit more concerning is that this new COVID-19 variant has now made its way to the US, with the first case being reported in Colorado. This was the one that was first reported in the UK and caused different countries to stop allowing travel from the UK before Christmas, as we reported on this channel. Experts suggest that this new strain of the virus is probably much more widespread already, and there'll be many more cases in the US as well as other countries around the world. So just because this first case is reported doesn't mean that's the only case. It's probably quite widespread already. But despite this, the markets don't seem too concerned about it. US stocks are at all-time highs, and I think the focus in the markets from here on out, at least in the short term, is mainly going to be on the recovery and any news related to the recovery. And speaking of that, just today, the UK has become the first country to approve the Astrazeneca and Oxford University vaccine. So that's a big step in the direction of recovering from this pandemic, because this vaccine is a better alternative to the other one that was approved earlier in the month, since this one only needs to be stored in refrigerators and doesn't need to be frozen. So this means that storage and distribution can happen much quicker and much easier, therefore leading to immunity happening much quicker, hopefully. So UK stocks and the pound were moving higher this morning, although that may also be partly due to the fact that Brexit is about to be voted on and likely to be approved in the House of Commons at 2:30 today. But there is a downside to the vaccines. Yesterday, Joe Biden, president-elect, was complaining that the rollout of the vaccine in the US is behind the curve and taking too long. He's promised, of course, that he will speed things up when he takes office. Now, I don't think this is of much consequence to the markets right now. After he's sworn in, the rhetoric will change and it will all be about how swiftly and how well the vaccine's moving and being distributed. You know, that's just politics, isn't it? So that means all of the language that we can expect will be about the recovery from that point onwards, and that therefore should be good for the markets. Along with that, the Americans are starting to get their stimulus checks today. The first payments being made today. I think it even started last night. And there's a slight chance it may even be increased to $2,000 if politicians can agree on it. Either way, this is going to be a big positive for the markets, these stimulus checks, whether it's the $600 or the $2,000. So I think right now, in terms of the markets at least, the good news is now outweighing the bad news, and we're heading into the new year on a positive note. But as always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's discuss it together down there. And if you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.